So, you know how everyone agrees that being a content creator is much harder than working a typical 9 to 5? Well, part of the stuff you don't see is the hours we put into testing decks that ultimately don't make the video. In this case, I spent way too long trying to grease up my fat hog. Except Mega Emboar is horrible, and I can't believe they made it so unplayable compared to Meganium and Feraligatr. Charizard Y, meanwhile, is boring, and while Scrafty is playable, it doesn't make my toes wet. In an attempt to reinvigorate myself, I perused the Ascended Heroes setlist one more time, remembered Hop's Trevenant existed, and played one game. As you can see from the screenshot I took during that game, this thing is awesome. I mean, 200 damage with a stupid Phantump on Mega Lucario, and it can be immunized like Aaron Rodgers next turn? Yeah, I fast-tracked it. The basic strategy is to just play the game, then you win. Turn 1, you can deal upwards of 100 damage with Phantump, then be safe the following turn. If not, letting Phantump get knocked out means the Trevenant can come in swinging for up to 220 damage next turn, all for free. Because Trevenant can require as little as 0 energy, Froslass Munkidori is the obvious pairing. From there, just place damage on the field, take knockouts if you can, or set up for a board-wiping Devolution. Yeah, it's got some holes strangers will happily penetrate, but I can guarantee that as the master of single prize decks, if I was playing anything besides Dragapult Dusknoir, I'd be scared of this. And even if they are playing Dragapult, guess what? Lillie's Clefairy exists, letting you beat them off super hard. Yeah. They just attached a Luminous to a Duskull and didn't retreat it. Oh, God. That's so good. Okay, so we go for the Choice Band. We have a Snorunt in hand. We have a Hop's Bag. Do I just go get the Unfair Stamp? But they're not going to do anything next turn, so I should just prep for next turn. Because I have Hop's Bag for Snorlax and the Dude. We have the Switch. Actually, I should probably just go get Energy Search. All right, then we go Hop's Bag. We get Phantump and Snorlax. Absolutely goated combo. They're going to concede here. They're going to be like, damn, Trust Your Pilot sauced me up like I'm a carbonara. All right, then we go boom. Switch into the Phantump. Splashing dodge, and I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're attacking with Badoo next turn, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter when they're attacking with Badoo. So they're probably going to end up with triple Dracloak next turn, but oh man. When they attach to the Duskull and get so greedy that they don't bother retreating, you get to punish them with the Phantump. Obviously, we flip tails, and that's not cool, but it is what it is. So they're going to go Poffin. Now they're going to get another Duskull. Yeah, now they're getting another Duskull. And mid-tier. Oh, no! You're my bad luck charm mid-tier. Everything was going great until you showed up, and then everything went, oh, horribly wrong. Oh, God. Oh, this is much worse than I imagined. Hey, on the bright side, our next 5 cards were going to be useless, so maybe it was better than we think. Okay, this is concerning. And mid-tier, thank you for the money. Okay, there's Counter Catcher on the Snorlax. That's unfortunate. That's, wow. Yep, can't wait till that card's gone and Dragapult can't use it. Oh, man. So, I guess we just have to attach the basic water to the Snorlax. And then kind of hope here, because if we can top deck, Energy Choice Band, we can attack with the Snorlax, which is really good. But this is not good. Mid-tier hero, everything was going perfect until you showed up. But I guess we do just knock out the Badoo if they try to get cute. And there's another Snorunt. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's go this guy and this guy. Oh, man. It's not just the fact that they were able to Iono me out of that hand. It's that they Iono'd me out of that hand and then I got nothing. All right, so let's evolve into the Trevenant. And Nick, don't leak the sauce, Nick. Don't leak the sauce. And we're also trying to bait them into playing their jamming tower, but God, we had so much. We had so much promise. That was such a goated start. My screen was all sticky after that start. And then they're just like, no, just counter catch your Snorlax and then Dracloak for 5 turns while I Badoo item lock you. And you can't do anything. And that's Pokemon cards. And there's a Lillie's and not an Iono, of course. Mid-tier, like I'm not lying when I said I would have made it to the 1600s during my testing with this deck. And then of course I get it on stream and we just start sucking huge butts and not in a fun way. There's the Dusclops, but we will get a prize card with this at least. I would imagine they're going to keep it for the Munkidori and they're just going to wait until it's a Dusknoir. So there goes Dracloak. They're just going to Badoo one more time. If I could have just been able to get a Froslass, of course, we'll probably top deck like an Arvin or a Poké Pad. Because I think I played that start perfectly. I just did not expect, you know, the counter catcher, Badoo, Iono into nothing, even though that's what happens literally every single time I face Dragapult. But this is technically the worst matchup for the deck. Because I don't have Psyduck, and, you know, they can just Iono you into nothing, even though you play 12 supporters. And I've only played one Arvin. So we have 4 Iono and 4 Lillies, and Arvin won't help us out here. Bosses won't help us out here. We would have to basically get Iono or Lillies. That's the only way we're getting out of this, is Iono or Lillies. Because there's not a single card in my deck that can help me out next turn that is not Iono or Lillies. And Crypto, because you get it, there's not enough space. Oh, we got, oh, man. Oh, God. I mean, we still have to get Energy Choice Band. But we did get that. So we didn't get Energy Choice Band, but we did get that. Okay, so what I imagine is about to happen is they're going to do dastardly things to us. So in this situation, yeah, it's not worth it to really attach the Luminous when crazy things can happen next turn. I would imagine they're going to Dusknoir the Munkidori. Wait, does that Munkidori have 20 damage on it? No, it's 10. Okay, just I couldn't tell because PDCUGL is a well-made game. Are you kidding me? They baited... I was trying to bait out your stadium, and you baited the baiter. I thought I was the master baiter. But D-Bang... You're the true masturbator. If you can beat off the masturbator, you become the super masturbator. And Dragapult is all set up and ready to go. I am not confident about how this match is going to end up, but we do have 3 Postwick. If they take a knockout, we can Arvin for Unfair Stamp, which I haven't checked to see if is in the deck, but there's no way we prize it 3 games in a row. Okay, yeah, we know the Munkidori is going to get knocked out. That's fine. They got the Dragapult. That's less fine. But I can Arvin into Unfair Stamp. And then we can do things. But as long as they don't evolve these guys, they're just going to start racking up damage, and that's really good. You know, just if they put a Hawlucha down to take a knockout on a Phantump or a Snorunt, that's also really good. But don't forget the Trevenant is going to do 190 damage, I believe, on the Dragapult if they knock out the Snorlax, because Snorlax is a Hops Pokemon. So I 100% imagine... Oh my god! How do... They all... Wait. No, that's even more fun. That's my favorite thing you've ever done, D-Bang. Okay, we got the Iono, but they have a lot of Dracloak. Okay, so we have a Phantump. I have a counter... Actually, Counter Catcher will not be active unless they put a Hawlucha down, which I'm sure they have. So, I mean, we also can't really leave the Badoo alive, because if they have their own Munkidori, the Badoo just becomes easy damage off of it. Good golly, this is crazy. And they have the stupid jamming tower, too. All right, that worked out okay for us. So Snorlax is getting knocked out. That's bad. Obviously, we're going up with Phantump. The Iono is only a shuffle draw to 4, though. So if I go for, and then remember when I took out Night Stretcher because I thought I was so smart? Remember when Trust Your Pilot thought he was so intelligent and took out the card that he ends up needing? All right, let's check. Is Unfair Stamp in the deck? Did we prize it for the third game in a row? We did not. So we have 2 Postwick, we have De-Evolution, we have everything we need to win the game. As long as we can bump that stupid stadium. Why did I take out Night Stretcher? For Energy Search? Yeah, there's a good idea. Let's take out the good card for the bad card. All right, so then we go... That goes there. Arvin for Unfair Stamp and Choice Band. Choice Band this guy, and then we stamp him. And then get nothing. Okay, we got the Postwick. That's one good thing. We got the Postwick. I guess we go... I think I have to give up the Snorunt in order to let... Yeah, I guess we have to give up the Snorunt in order to let the Munkidori survive. And then we go Splashing Dodge. If this is heads, we probably win. Oh my god! Oh, okay. No, everything is awesome. Yeah, no, don't give me the stupid thumbs up, D-Bang. I know what you do at night when no one is looking. You know, that's you shouldn't do that to yourself. You know, your body deserves better than that. Okay. And they have a Lillies. Oh my god. I'm regretting building this deck. Things were going so well off stream. You don't realize. I didn't even have to think. You know, I was building the worst decks imaginable. I was building the worst decks imaginable while not even thinking about math or anything. So if they put down a Hawlucha, they can knock out my Froslass, which would be very bad. Or sorry, no, they don't even need to do that, but... Yeah, just why did I get rid of those Night Stretchers? I should have kept the stupid Night... And then they evolve into Dragapult, which is okay. Because a De-Evolution does help me out a lot. And that Badoo is close to getting knocked out. If I can find another Munkidori... also, Mega Froslass. We got Mega Froslass in the deck that can really do some crazy stuff right now. And wait, what are they getting? Are they going to get a Dragapult? Are they getting another Okay, they're getting Duskull. Duskull is an interesting choice. But I can always De-Evolution to make some things happen. All right, who are you going for is the real question here. I would imagine they're going for the Froslass, but they only have one ability Pokemon. So probably going for the Snow... I don't even know. Yeah, I guess you just go for the Froslass. And then they can do big things next turn, but we are going to Iono them really low, and if Splashing Dodge works, we can win the game. How many times have I said that? All right, so let's go. There's another Phantump. Probably shouldn't put that into play, but what choice do I have? And how much are we doing? We're doing 70, so I have to knock out the Duskull here, I think. Because it's a game loser if I don't. And then we go Iono. I have to heal 10 from the Snorunt on the bench and then hope they don't find Hawlucha. Okay, that's another cool card. Okay, let's go. Buddy-Buddy Poffin, doesn't matter. So the Mega Froslass currently does not matter. I can knock out the Badoo. Actually, no, I think we put the 70. Wait, so if I knock out the Badoo... and then I knocked this out, I'm not going to have any damage on the field. No, I'll have 10 on the... I'll have 10 on the Munkidori. So we knock out the Badoo. Activate that. There's a Luminous. So we have the Luminous. I guess I evolve into Mega Froslass. And then Luminous the Mega Froslass. Splashing Dodge. If only I'd believed in the heart of the cards, we could have, you know, done some crazy things. All right, and then... Oh, hang on. Yeah, we have to knock out the Duskull. Because the De-Evolution wins us the game next turn. If they, you know, oh my god! Ah! They're gonna find the Hawlucha. I guarantee you they're finding the Hawlucha. 100% they're finding Hawlucha and they're just gonna win. Please, please don't. Please, I know, for once in your life. For once in your life. And Incineroaring, because Phantump is so cool. Right? If you just flip heads, it's immunized. Oh, there's a jamming tower. That's great. That's so cool. Actually, that might be better. That honestly might be better because... Wait, why was I saying that might be better? Because now they'll go for the Phantump and they'll Froslass it up? I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. We have an Air Balloon that I'm going to put on, I guess, this guy. We have a Lillies. We have a Counter Catcher. They have a 2-card hand. De-Evolution. De-Evolution is not good. But we have one more Postwick. We have a 22-card deck. I'll have to burn all my cards. This is coming down to the wire. This is an HBO show. They use Jet Headbutt. Are you kidding me with the Jet Headbutt? Are you absolutely serious with the Jet Headbutt? How dare you be smart? How dare you? And we got the Postwick. Okay, so wait. Okay, so Postwick goes down. And then I want to do Air Balloon there. We Counter Catcher the Ursaluna. We go Lily's Determination. So De-Evolution. What the hell? Okay, no, this is great. This is great. We have that. And they conceded. We didn't even have game, but they didn't have a way to retreat the Ursaluna. They got too greedy. They overthunked. I've been there before. They overthunked. Imagine losing to a Trevenant deck that never got a Trevenant out, and you always had everything, and I still won. Mid-tier hero, everything was going great until the Fire Nation attacked, but you gave me money and that. Yeah, we won with a Phantump. Dragapult EX, you got sauced up by a Phantump. Normally, I'm not one for premature conceding, but if you're my opponent and you start a Mega Mawile and have a nothing turn, you gotta concede. Those are kind of the rules here. So let's... I mean, we don't really... Actually, we have a fine hand. We have a hand, but let's go get the unfair stamp just in case they take a knockout. And then we go Choice Band, Postwick, Splashing Dodge for 70, and we can just take our time. As soon as they take a knockout, I don't care what they're playing. That doesn't matter because they're not doing anything next turn. And I think all I do is just Splashing Dodge the entire game because I'll evolve the one on the bench, and then we can unfair stamp. We have 4 hops Choice Band. We have lots of energy. We have 6, 5 maybe. There we go. So this is a nightmare scenario for my opponent, starting the Mega Mawile. This is worse than starting Ursaluna because it's a 3-prizer. Okay, so what do they play? Wait, why do you have a Badoo in there? And why'd you put it down? What are we facing? This isn't going to be like an Absol box deck, is it? Oh no. Oh, this is much worse. Oh, but wait, no, we should be fine. So this is a Terrabox deck, but they don't seem to realize that I just knock out the Badoo. We literally just knock out the Badoo. Yeah, this is Ogre Box. Why am I have 3 Luminous Energy in the deck and a lot more of other things. So naturally we draw into our 3 Luminous Energy naturally. Oh my god. Okay, so I have a feeling this Phantump is about to get knocked out here. Just a hunch. So the Phantump is about to get knocked out by the Ogre. Oh, they have a Latias. So this guy is going to come up and knock out the Phantump after they attach to it or Sparkling Crystal, and then they'll energy switch off of the Teal Mask Ogerpon. They could use the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, but they would have to shuffle all the energy in, and then they're just knocking out Snorunt. So I think what I do is I Arven for Poké Pad. Right, if I Arven for Poké Pad, that gets a Froslass. Froslass is really good. See, I told you. They're going to get everything. They're not going to be expecting me to knock out that Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon, though. They clearly don't think I can knock that out. So I'm going to knock it out. Whether or not I should is beside the point. Just to flex on them. Oh, you think your 210 hit point Terra is going to protect you? As long as I didn't prize my stupid Snorlax, you're getting beaten off by a pilot. And that's considered joining the Mile High Club. And do you remember when I got that unfair stamp? Remember when I got that unfair stamp a lot earlier and you questioned me? You're like, but Pilot, why'd you get the unfair stamp? That's not smart. Mr. Pilot, me bum's all dirty. Can you wipe my bummy? Okay, let's go. Snorlax. Boom. That's a, for those of you keeping score at home, that's a knockout. That's 220 damage for 0 energy. This is everything the deck... What the hell? How did we get the luminous energy back? How do you get the luminous energy back? Okay. I should probably start attaching to the Snorlax because they can trap it, but you know, that's what a nerd would do. That's what a nerd would do. A nerd wouldn't believe in the heart of the cards. You have to concede. Those are the rules. We also prized our Super Rod. Yeah, you definitely want Night Stretcher. I think Energy Search is less necessary. I think it should just be like 2 Night Stretcher, maybe 1 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Rod. Cut the Energy Search. Like, I know that finding energy is hard, but apparently you just draw into all of your Luminous naturally. So why would you need to play a card that goes and finds them when Night Stretcher is good? Yeah, who needs Energy Search when you can just draw into all your energy naturally and then never find any of your supporters? You know, I've played 2 Arven, and I had to work for this unfair stamp. Okay, so there is a world where they attacked with the Wellspring Masked Ogerpon, but fun fact, the Wellspring Masked Ogerpon would actually activate Horrifying Revenge if they knocked out a Phantump. And even Horrifying Revenge would still do, I think, 120. So even if they don't take a KO, that's 120, and that's a 2-shot. And they would have to get rid of all of the... Yeah, see, I told you. I told you I should have started attaching to the Snorlax. Oh, wait, they're going first. No, wait, they're gonna... No? You don't ever... Okay, they're gonna knock out double Snorunt. That's interesting. That's not fun. But it is interesting. Okay, so in this situation... Oh, that's much worse for them. I was thinking I had to do some crazy spicy stuff to use Cramorant to take the knockout, because Cramorant does 210. So I was trying to think, how do I knock this out with Cramorant? But then they just, yeah, they just had a moment there, and then we just draw the Froslass. Oh yeah, I absolutely hate this Pheasantipity art because it doesn't match the color that we're used to. And let's just go get a... Let's still get a Froslass. No, let's not get a Froslass. Let's go and get a Monkey. And we'll see if we can bait them. But it's like, did you not learn your lesson? I'm going to knock out your Ogerpon very, very soon. Your Ogerpon is not long for this world. And so mathematically, I think we let the Snorlax just keep getting damaged because they're probably going to focus on the Munkidori. Yeah, I mean, we're probably screwed this turn if they just have a couple energy switch, but not taking the knockout might have been good. And never going to let me down. Well, they went for a Snorunt. So Snorunt doesn't activate Trevenant because it has to be one of your Hops Pokemon. And they're going for the Snorlax now. Going for the Monkey. Okay, I mean, again, they're leaving Froslass alive, and, you know, Trevenant still does good things. right? Eventually, you'd assume I'm going to get a supporter or something. You know, I still have 2 Arven. I believe there's the bosses. There's 4 Iono. There's 4 Lilies. Okay, that's... Yep, that's a card. And then, yeah, I guess we just take the knockout and see what happens. Because we're taking 2, and Iono to 1 might actually be a blessing in this situation. Okay, PDCGL. This is getting a little ridiculous here. Like, there's no way we lose this game unless I never find a supporter. Okay, well, the Ursaluna is fine. Because the Ursaluna is not a knockout this turn, but that's what they think. I can't knock out the Ursaluna this turn, is what they think. So I think the only way that they win this game is if they can Wellspring 3 turns in a row. And they would have to avoid going for my Phantump. So I think if we do a rematch, they would focus on making sure they can Torrential Pump every single turn. But what I would do is I wouldn't put Froslass on the field, right? If they switch up their strategy to focus on Wellspring Masked Ogerpon, then I make it so that my deck or my field is just Hops Pokemon. So every turn Trevenant is activated. They don't think I can knock out their Ursaluna. Everyone tell them the bad news. Everyone say F's in chat for an lefty. Anal, hefty anal? But yeah, just F's in chat for hefty anal. Oh, they don't see it. It's like that movie with Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. You don't see it, do you? You don't see what I'm about to do to you. All right, then we go Monkey. And that it's not lost on me that we top decked the Lilies, but it doesn't matter. That was just a master class. That was just a look at that. I had enough. I had room to spare. You know, call me an empty dormitory because I had room to spare. Or call me, I don't know, I was going to make an uncouth joke, but this is a family-friendly channel. And, you know, we beat off a hefty anal. After literally 2 hours and 20 minutes, we hit our first Lucario, and I'll bet you that we prized our Snorlax. We did not prize our Snorlax. That's GG. We win the game. Shake my foot. And look at this. We're about to knock out their Solrock. They're going to be so salty that I knock out their Solrock. It's going to be salty tears. We're going to go Poffin. We're going to get double Snorunt. Actually, I mean, I do have to get a Snorlax, and that could be slightly problematic. Oh, we only have... Yeah, I think we get Snorunt Phantump. I think we focus on the Phantump a little bit more. But watch this. Watch what I'm about to do. This is why the deck is so much fun. No one expects you to do 100 damage turn 1. Or sorry, 70 damage turn 1, and then flip heads, and then they can't do anything. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, no, never mind. This was all part of the plan. This was all part of my genius plan that no one expects. Oh, God. Okay, so we'll put 1 Froslass down. I think we'll be okay, even though they have a Munkidori. Because, you know, all my dudes have high HP. And we're also... Oh, they're retreating? No, they don't know what Trevenant does. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. They clearly do not know what Trevenant does. But I also have to get a couple cards to take the knockout. Because we're doing... I need either Postwick or a Choice Band. And then they probably concede. But this is what I wanted to face all day. And we finally hit it after 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is the best matchup for the deck is Lucario. I was not expecting them to go this hard this fast, but if I just get a Postwick or a Hops Choice Band, of which there's 6 in the deck, we easily win. It's that simple, and I'll go and get probably just another Phantump and not go for the Cramorant. Yeah, then we just go for the Phantump. We forego the Cramorant because it doesn't hit them for weakness. And then we unfair stamp. And we get one of the pieces. We got one of the pieces, baby. That's all it took, was just that guy. All right, so Choice Band, Poké Pad. Where? Okay, I swear I put 4 Iono. Boom. I swear I put 4 Iono and 4 Lilies in every single deck I'm playing. I don't know why I don't draw them. I've drawn Unfair Stamp more than I think I've just drawn into Iono, which is a crazy statement that is true. But look at this. If Lucario and Dragapult are the top 2 decks post-rotation, how is this not a huge competitor post-rotation? And look at this. If they want to do it again, that's fine with me. So if they can get their Munkidori powered up, we are in a slight bit of trouble. But I can just 2-shot their Mega Lucario. And we'll be fine. But this is the lack of supporters today. So YouTube audience, you're probably looking at the win-loss ratio. Like 5 and 6, this deck is not good. You would not believe the draws I've had today. Sub to the VODs channel. You will see that I have just... Like, normally I complain just because I have nothing else to say. I have nothing intelligent to say. I'm complaining today because the matchups have been... It's been Festival lead all day. And, you know, as soon as I take out Froslass out of the list, it's Festival lead and grass decks. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so we go Poké Pad, thin the deck, put that there. And, well, yeah, because I gotta make you earn it a little bit. So, let's go. I don't think there's anything left in the deck, actually. I don't actually know if there's anything left other than Snorunt, and I don't even know if Snorunt's good right now. But I think... Hang on, what's in my hand? I have Yveltal, Snorunt. I think maybe the Snorunt is good, because we can knock out that Lunatone if they don't find an energy. So let's go... Jet Energy? Oh, 320. Oh, we were so close. All we needed was a Postwick. So remember, there's 4 Iono in the deck, 4 Lilies, so that's 8, 3 Postwick, that's 11 cards, 2 Choice Band, that's 13 cards, 2 Arvin, that's 15 cards that we have in the deck right now that would have been able to one-shot the Lucario for game. So when you see that 5 and 6, just remember that I have 4 Iono and 4 Lilies in the deck. If you play this deck, you will draw an Iono or a Lilies, and you would have won the game that turn. Like, I'm still going to win this game. Like, there's no world in which I lose this game. Do not check the time left in the video, and if there's 10 minutes left, I just lost a heartbreaking game that is insane, and there's no way I should have lost it. So don't do that. Do not tap your screen and check how much time is left in the video, and if there's 10 minutes left, I clearly... You know, this is the opposite of that game where I knocked out that Lucario in that crazy game in the last video. I mean, yeah, the only thing they could do is switch into somebody, but the Solrock's a knockout. Zerosic? Okay. I mean, I guess we get rid of the counter catcher and the Yveltal, because the Froslass can be a one-shot on a Mega Lucario, because they're never going to expect the Mega Froslass. The Devolution... I don't think I think I go for the Solrock, right? Because if this stays in play, that's a game-winning card right there. And if I knock out the Solrock, that makes their Lunatone useless. Wait, why is my timer counting down? Wait, what is happening? My timer's counting down. Look at my timer on the right over there. My timer is counting down. They played Zerosic and it broke the game. What is happening? No! They use Zerosic in the game. I use Zerosic. Why is my... Okay, do I have to... Okay. Wait, what? What just happened? They didn't take an action in time because their game broke. What do you mean they didn't take an action in time? Their game literally broke. All right, well, yeah, let's go. Let's put the Mega Froslass. And let's go for the Water Energy. And then let's prep a Mega Froslass and let's do the thing. Yeah, PDCGL is a super well-made game. Even when it's not your turn, you know, imagine going in real life and then, you know, they implement chess timers. Yeah, I think they're not here. So unfortunately, because PDC GL is such a well-made game, I have to end this match here. I'm going to have to leave you with some great balls. Don't look up the color of those. I want to have chest locks just so slow players, you know, can see how slow they are. But I understand why chest locks are bad for the game. It's just I want them in the game so that slow players see how slow they are. But we won this one. I'm sorry. I'll try to put another game in here. The stream has gone very long. It's been arduous, but I will try to satisfy you. Okay, so this is a free win as long as I don't screw up. Let's go for double Phantump. Honestly, I think I just Arven. Because we know what they're playing. They're playing a jerk deck. We're going to go get an Air Balloon. We're going to go get, I guess, what do I want? Do I want Hop's Bag? Or, I think just Poffin, because then I can get a Phantump and a Snorunt, and we can just get everything. So then we go Snorunt, Phantump, and then there's no way they can win. They have no idea what they're facing. There's no way they can win. This is a free win. I'm guaranteeing it right now. This is going to be in the YouTube video no matter what. This is the last game in the YouTube video no matter what. There is no shot that they can win. They're playing Iono's Belly Bolt. And this is, oh yeah, sorry, YouTube audience. I was showing Clamburglar, our resident dumper, that there is another card. It's not just Venusaur and Snivy Tag Team GX that takes a dump in the forest. It is also this Trevenant. I blew his mind. It's not the only thing I blew, but I blew his mind that this is another card with Forest Dump Attack. The more you know. Do you want another useless Pokemon fact? The Unova Pokedex is the only Pokedex where the first Pokemon in the list, not number 1, doesn't have the grass starter. Because Victini is technically number 0 or whatever, so Victini is the first Pokemon in the Unova Pokedex. It is the only Pokedex that does not start with the grass starter. So if you didn't know, there's your more useless fact of the day. The more you know. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. Wait, okay, there we go. All of their Pokemon have abilities except the Voltorb, but their deck doesn't work. And you're probably wondering, well, Poilet, why'd you save the Postwick? Because they play 3 or 4 Levincia, so I needed to save the Postwick to bump their Levincia, and we almost didn't get a playable I told you. So, again, watch the VOD. In the VOD, I literally said, I'm going to cut an Iono, because I went like 2 games without ever finding an Iono or a Lillie's, and I said, I'm going to cut an Iono, and I'm going to start the next game with like 3 of them, so naturally we Lillies into 5 supporters after back-to-back games where I could not even buy a supporter. And YouTube audience, you don't know the arduousness of my life. The strife. You know, you can call me Cloud, because I have to put up with so much strife play in this game. You know, if that button underneath this video it says subscribe, and it doesn't say subscribed, you should tap that button. Don't tap it twice. That doesn't double subscribe. Don't go for a frost. No, don't be smart. That's cheating. Also, they're going to draw. This is why this deck is so good. Kilowattrel, discard an energy from it. Drop to 6. Belly Bolt, accelerate all of your energy. The combo is crazy. How am I going to lose this game? I don't understand. I'm going to lose this game because they're down 2 bosses. But we got this. It'll be fine. I could Splashing Dodge. I don't think I should do that. I think we just Lillies. And then select never. Yeah, I don't even recommend people with the notification bell. Like, get a notification when they upload a video. That's what Discord is for. Oh, they're going for the Voltorb attack? Okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they run in scared. What are they, a Paul Walker movie from 2006? Was it 2005? 2004? They're running scared. I told you it was a free win. They got scared. They got absolutely terrified. You know, I'm going to get that Snorunt back. Also, I would have top decked the Night Stretcher, so that pretty much would have cinched up the game anyway. So they didn't really stand a chancey anyway. You know, that's unfortunate for them, but, you know, that's just what happens when you run into the #1 PDC GL player of 2022. You just can't handle it. 2006? Damn straight. That's the movie with the hockey scene. And then we're spitting fickle matter. But yeah, why? Oh, right. That's the downside. I forgot about the one negative of this deck, and it's kind of a major negative. Like when a woman has an opinion. You can't attack back-to-back turns with Belly Bolt. I forgot about that. It's like so many. It's like Blood Moon Ursa Luna. That wasn't me. That was BDCGL. Where you can't attack on back-to-back turns. But you should be able to churn through your energy enough that that's not a problem. But that's another reason why I bumped the Levincia. Is because Levincia is just such a crazy card. Just, you discard twice with Kilowattrel, so you draw theoretically up to 12 cards, then you Levincia and you've lost nothing. And notice how all my supporters are now on the bottom of my deck. Miraidon is rotating, but this deck is not. This deck gets better post-rotation because it has Canary. So who needs Miraidon when you have Canary in the coal mine? You know, I wouldn't mind putting my bird in that coal mine. All right. And just look at this. They're going to draw 12 freaking cards this turn and accelerate 20 energy into play. How is this bad? Well, because 230 is not the best number in the world with all these megas, and you have to rely on a 70 hit point Voltorb to take your one shot. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, Xenon, you're embarrassing me. I'm trying to tell people how good... I'm trying to tell people how good that deck is. And you're sucking huge butts right now. You're embarrassing me in front of my paid friends. Okay? And then now I just go for the unfair stamp. Yeah, I don't know. It's so boring in my mind. Just how little effort they put into Canary. They're just like, hey, Iono was a Gen Z thing. What if we made that again? Oh, you're a freaking genius. Here's a raise. And remember, what do Bonsly and Hisuian Electrode have in common? Here's a pop quiz for you. What do Bonsly and Hisuian Electrode have in common? And before I tell you the answer, just remember, they're not called Game Freak for nothing. And the Burger King, they have a TCG anime, and there's Canary. But what do they have in common? Just great card, by the way. Is no one going to guess it? And Skwovet, yeah, I saw the Skwovet. I saved that from a Limitless list. So the Skwovet is really good because the Skwovet takes you down to a one-card hand. So it basically lets you Kilowattrel again. No, they both have a butthole. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Jaw got it. They both have holes on the bottom. And they both do different things. And Bonsly has one of the most offensive cards you will ever see. One of the things that will make you wish you didn't have eyes. And I'm about to show it to you. If you're squeamish, look away. But if you made it this far in the YouTube video, you're about to see something that will change your life forever. Yeah, Clan Burglar, are you ready? This will change your life forever. Yeah, they're doing things, it doesn't matter. There's only 2 Bonsly cards in existence, and for 20 years, this was the only one. So somebody literally said, we're good. You know, somebody printed this Bonsly card, and they said, no, we're good. We're good. And then they were like, 20 years later, that's when we'll do it again. You know, we'll do it in 20 years. But yeah, they literally said, you know, one is enough. We reached perfection already. We don't need to do it again. And what do we got? We got another Froslass? Yeah, let's put 3 in there. So there you go. And the Electrode one isn't nearly as offensive. It's exactly what you think it is. And then we go unfair stamp, which doesn't really affect them. Because remember, this is... I can't remember quite what it's like. The name escapes me. Ooh, there's an Iono. We'll hold on to it. But remember, you can prep a Kilowattrel for the following turn. That's another insane thing about the deck, is you can get Iono to 1, which you won't post-rotation because Iono's gone. But you can prep a Kilowattrel for the following turn, so if they happen to get rid of your entire hand for whatever reason, you're just like, oh, I put an energy on a Kilowattrel, I'm going to drop to 6. So this is my deck that I'm like, how is this not better? Iono's Belly Bolt is 100% the deck that I think to myself, it doesn't just have all the pieces, it has more than all the pieces it needs to win. And Canary just made it even better. Yeah, that's, and it has Lavincia still. So you can't have a bad start with this deck. You can't have a bad continuation of the game with this deck. Lavincia recovers all your energy. Voltorb can do 400 damage if you play 19 energy. The issue, I think, is that you have to have 19 energy in play. And personally, I would lean a little more towards the Raging Bolt build. Because Raging Bolt, you just need a couple energy switch and a couple fighting energy. And then you can do 350 damage for, what, 5 energy? So I do lean more towards the Raging Bolt build because then you only need 5 energy in play instead of 19. So, you know, 5's a better number than 19, so I do prefer the Raging Bolt build, and I will 100% revisit this post-rotation, maybe pre-rotation. But, yeah, we're just going to de-evolution and put them out of their misery here. I'm sorry I didn't give my normal expert commentary, but I mean, I think you can forgive me after seeing this image, that now that this is seared into your brain forever. Like, everyone comment down below, my life is better now that I've seen the Bonsly butthole. That's all you got to do. Just type that below, type that I changed your life, you know, subscribing to this channel changed my life, and then in parentheses, but maybe not for the better. That's all you got to do is type that out. And, yeah, we just took 3 prizes. They thought I was just going to let the Froslass do all the work. And we prized the monkey. YouTube audience, before I sign off, I put a Munkidori in the list. The list is called No Monkeys, but I realized if I want to put Snorlax down, I kind of need a Munkidori, so I put in a Munkidori, and then it was the last prize card, because this is PDCGL.